Hi guys, I want to do a quick video today about training. Generally I tend to write and blog and talk more about nutrition, but contrary to popular belief, I do sometimes train as well. It's a bit of background at first. Basically my main goals are training for strength really. So I've competed in powerlifting in the past and looking at doing that again. So pre-powerlifting I did quite a few different programs, did my own splits. Mainly kind of sort of push-pull based splits or push-pull legs or upper lowers, so not full-on bodybuilding split, but not done too much in the way of full body training either. So before powerlifting I did things like 5-3-1, which worked pretty well, and then for my 4 powerlifting meets last year, or between about 18 months ago and about 10 months ago they came in, I ran Lane Norton's FAT or PHAT program, so Power Hypertrophy Adaptive Training. They work really well. Basically, it's a good mix of kind of strength and size. It's the bodybuilder-based volume type stuff and more sort of heavy, low-rep powerlifting type stuff. So yeah, did pretty well on that. At my 4 competitions, I won my category in 2, so obviously kind of did half a job really. So yeah, it was really good. Then earlier this year, I decided I wanted to cut for a photo shoot, so sort of strength on the back burner for a bit, as my calories were quite low. I did drop some body weight, went from about 83 kilos at my heaviest to about 69 at my lightest. So still carried on doing fat throughout that time. Came off my cut, started adding calories back in, and did Shico. So ran 3 phases of Shico. I did 32, 29, and 37, I think, which is generally the order they go. And that was pretty good. Worked okay, probably not as well as I'd like. You never go that high on percentages, so I think the heaviest you ever go and train is about 85% and stuff, which isn't hugely heavy, but there's a lot of volume in there. So yeah, it worked alright. Ended up with some 1 rep max testing at 70 kilos body weight. I got a 155 squat, a 205 deadlift, and a 112.5 kilo bench press, which bit down from my all-time PBs, but they're all set at about 80 kilos. It's only 5 kilos off the squat, 12.5 kilos off my best ever bench, and 15 kilos off my deadlift. So yeah, I was kind of semi-happy with those numbers really. But recently I've been doing daily undulating periodization. So my coach Lane Norton set me up with a plan. What I do is I'll put some links in the description box down below. A few different sites have different templates and stuff. The idea is you sort of keep it fairly basic. So my main lifts are squats, and I squat 4 times a week. I've got 3 sessions of deadlifts, 3 bench press sessions, and I do military presses twice. Also got a accessory session as well, to kind of back, arm work, bit of shoulders and calves too. Yeah, I was a bit sceptical at first because I suppose I came from the background of got to rest between sessions, 48 hours rest, let your muscles recover, and whatnot, and I'd always gone for that really. So yeah, so going from once or twice a week hitting every muscle group to kind of 4 times for squats was a bit of a culture shock. On the first week I was in pieces, but generally it's working really well. So I'm week 3 now. And what's so good about it, I find, is that during the week you start off and you feel a bit rusty. So Monday squat session, it was only 4 sets of 1 rep at about 80-85% depending on the week. And every Monday so far, I felt like death doing them. And on the Tuesday, you use roughly that same weight for 5 sets of 4 and a 6th set of 4 plus reps. So you do 4 reps and you do as many as you can. And what I thought first time into it was after the Monday feeling so bad, just the sets of singles, I thought the sets of 4 would be virtually impossible. Actually, felt pretty good. Weeks 1 and 2, I got 6 reps, I think, on the plus set, and yesterday in week 3, I only got the 4 reps on that as well, but it was still pretty good. Then the Thursday, you go even heavier and do 4 sets of 4, and that session always feels pretty good too. And on the Saturday, it's 4 sets of 8 at a slightly lighter weight, but again, even that's been feeling pretty good. So it's amazing that the more you squat, the better your squat feels really, which I suppose makes sense, but coming from the background of always feeling like I needed to rest, only squatting once or twice a week, yeah, it's been quite a nice change really. Same with deadlifts and military presses, and bench presses too. It's really good because you have your kind of easy, moderate and light sessions in there. Yeah, just mix that really well. The accessory session I think is important, especially if you want to put on some size, make sure you're working your arms and back as well. Yeah, it's sort of overall working really well. So I'd encourage anyone who's not tried it, look up daily undulating periodization, or DUP. So links will go below. Yeah, it's kind of it. So I'm testing my maxes again at the end of this cycle. I'll do one more cycle of it, and then I'm competing again in a full meet on the 1st of December, I think. So it's about 4.5 weeks' time, 4.5, 5 weeks' time. So I suppose that would be the proof of it, really. So I'm going to leave it there for today. One last thing, I picked up some of this evening. So it's Sainsbury's smoky bacon and maple flavoured popcorn. So as you know, I love my clean eating. So yeah, that should be tonight's pre-bed snack. Lovely insulin spiking, fat storing carbohydrates. So yeah, I shall try and put a review somewhere. I'll put it on the Facebook. Yeah, and we shall go for that. See how that goes. Yeah, popcorn and squats is a definite win. So that's all for today. I shall catch you again soon.